tell you another thing this technology has the capability of doing. I'm a victim of this shit, okay? It just basically showed up and infiltrated me. Biological weapon. I mean, I don't ever like to use the victim phrase, because usually I don't allow myself to become a victim, but with this, I mean, you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, it's there, and then all of a sudden you realize it's there because it's torturing you. And then your vision gets activated and you can see it, so you know there's something there, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And there for a long time, I was like really depressed, and I still am. It has a way of making you depressed, but I was just depressed because I got taken advantage of, and my government ain't doing a freaking thing about it, to my knowledge. I think that this may be a scheme to stop this stuff, and to my knowledge, I just don't know what they're doing. I'm just being taken advantage of. But the thing is like here recently, I mean, it has the power to manipulate your mind to where you don't feel like you've been taken advantage of anymore. It has the power to manipulate your emotions and stuff like that. And there is a fear knob. I'm a soldier. I was in the military. I'm trained and all of that. And I don't. Usually whenever I'm in a bad situation, I'm the calmest one in the room. I actually, my thought process works a whole lot better under pressure, like my mentality. So if I'm under pressure or there's just, a really bad situation, it's almost like it has a calming effect. I don't go nuts, I just kind of calm down. It calms me down. It's just I'm wired up backwards. Okay? Adrenaline calms me down, right? Any drugs, like if I do an upper, it makes me down. If I do a downer, it makes me up. And I'm talking like prescription and stuff like that. Coffee puts me to sleep. Okay, I'm just backwards. All right, so I had attention deficit disorder, and there really is such thing. It's over prescribed, the medication for it, stuff like that. It's over whatever you call it. Anyways, ADD isn't as bad as everybody thinks it is, but diagnosed. I just woke up. I can't find my vocabulary yet, and they're still up there. And then you got this little psychomotor is what I like to call it. It's like, it sounds like tinnitus, but whenever you're getting cranked up, it's like that's freaking nuts, man. It's like I'm a fucking robot, I swear. But and I hate it. It's illegal as fuck. It's fucking illegal. They just forced this biological weapon on me, and every time I say this is illegal, I get chest pains, which means bullshit, okay? That's part of our language. I get, like, my chest will get squeezed, and, like the computer's like, this isn't illegal. What the fuck are you talking about? This is illegal as fuck. But anyways, I was going to talk about that fear knob, and the reason I wanted to talk about that, there's a knob on your brain for fear, right? Well, this technology has the capability of finding that knob. And it can turn it all the way up to 10, all right? And it'll just make you scared of your own freaking shadow, and that was part of the torture, okay? And waterboarding, you ever heard of waterboarding? That's hyperbole, okay? I'm sure this technology's been around, because they call this water or rain or things like that. Waterboarding is what this is, okay? That what you see on the news is fake. That's not what they were doing to people. They were using this technology to get in people's minds and turn their fear knob up, torture the shit out of them, and get fucking information out of them. And they did it to a citizen. I'm a citizen. They thought I was a Russian spy because I was married to a Russian. Well, you know what? Even if I was a Russian spy, it's still illegal. You can't just you're innocent until proven guilty in America. I'm still considered guilty, apparently, because this shit's still here ruining my fucking life. And I can assure you, I'm not a fucking Russian spy. I can't help it that I had sex with a Russian, and maybe this shit's sexually transmitted. I know that sounds absolutely nuts. It's biological, though. You got to think about that. Maybe what President Trump's going through, the same thing, because they did the same thing to him, and there was Russian tech in there because he had sex with some Russian chicks, okay? And that's what that whole golden showers and all that stuff and was all about. It's really hyperbole. What they're trying to say is, hey, he's got Russian technology inside of him because he had sex with Russian women. Well, I'm in the same situation. It's flat out duplicity, and I'm almost certain that the United States government is using me to make this case, right? And I think that they should have figured out, they should have picked somebody that wasn't as intelligent as I am to figure all this shit out. And they also should have picked somebody that didn't have a 5-ball, which is Lockheed Martin, inside of them, because they seen this shit coming 26 years away. Just watch President Trump as he's going down the escalator. Whenever in the Simpsons, you remember the Simpsons and President Trump was going down the escalator together? And this all ties into the song Vanilla Ice Ice Baby. I covered that in a video it's not up. I'm going to have to contest that for some reason, but I got a link to it. And I'm telling you, this technology is probably CIA. I'm almost convinced of it. Or it's DOD. It's one of the two. Anyways, it's got to be one of those two. It came here and seen Russian tech inside of me, right? And just automatically assumed that I was a Russian fucking spy. And still to this day has not stopped leaving me alone. And only thing I did wrong was marry a Russian and have sex with her. That sounds far-fetched, but if there's Russian tech inside of me, that's the only freaking way it could have got there. Unless she brought, because this stuff can fly around and stuff, and maybe she brought it over in her suitcase. I have no fucking clue. No idea. But this technology is a whole lot more common than anybody knows. It's everywhere. It's controlling the minds of the entire fucking nation. It started from the top, and it worked its way down. And our entire government is under the gun by this shit, okay? They're all iced. What you call iced. They're all iced. Everybody is. And if you're like President Trump and myself, believe this or not, okay, this is going to blow your fucking minds. The reason that we can always go against the grain and shit like that may be because we got Russian tech in here that's kicking this other tech's ass. Plus, I got the Lockheed tech. That really throws a wrench and everything, doesn't it? But I know this sounds stupid, but if you knew what this technology was and you dealt with it like I did, everything I'm saying to you right now, you'd stop and go, man, you know, there might be a whole lot of truth to this. So, that's all I wanted to touch on, though. But I just want to point out also, as of late, it's already figured out how to manipulate my mind to where I don't feel like I was taken advantage of. Okay? It's trying to, and it's always trying to tell you that it's looking out for your best interests and stuff like that, even while it's torturing you. So then you're like supposed to trust it, right? Oh, I trust you because you're looking out for my best interest. How the fuck are you supposed to trust this shit? You invaded me illegally, A. B, you tortured me. You want me to trust you? What the fuck's that all about?